actually. So I think initially when I was in school, I wouldn't say I was bullied, but I feel like when you're that age, when you're so young, people don't realize that their words hurt and that it can impact you for the rest of your life. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff that people said to me when I was younger, it subconsciously still sticks with me, and it's some of my biggest insecurities. And so there was a lot of stuff in school, and after that, I think because my dad is an actor, I think I was exposed to the public and to the media at a very young age. So I feel like a lot of my pictures went online at a very young age. So a lot of negativity would come from there. And then not just with me, but with a lot of my friends who are also in the public eye, I saw a lot of negativity towards them. And I kept thinking, why isn't anyone saying anything about it, or why isn't anyone doing anything about it? And then an incident happened with me where someone claimed that I lied about my education, and that I didn't get into college, and it really frustrated me because I wasn't lying, and I was like, it's so scary how people can just believe what they read on the internet, how easily wrong information can spread. There's no fact checking. There's no one's validating the facts, and no one is proving them right or wrong. But then I don't even blame the people who are reading it, because that's news, right? That's where they're getting all the information from.
That's the way we're consuming news.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like we were discussing earlier how hard it is for us to wake up and not
check
reach
our
for
phones. Yeah.
How many of you do that? How many of you give yourselves 15
Ori.
minutes before you look at your phone? No,
Do-
he doesn't.
No, do you give time before looking?
Who gives your phone?
We need to learn from her.
You do? Wow.
My hand is just constantly scrolling, like involuntarily. I'm just like.
I almost find like I'm having an affair with my phone.
Yeah.
Because my husband's very strict about not looking at your phone in the morning. It's bad for your eyes when you're with the kids.
Yeah.
And I'm literally sneaking a look at my
Yeah.
phone. We are ill,
Yeah, it's not okay.
right? Don't you guys feel that way?
And I think it's such a scary thought that we derive so much of our self-confidence and
Our
so much of
validation.
our validation from Instagram. And just imagine one day if Instagram just gets deleted, like all of your friends who you think you have on social media and all these likes and comments, they'll just disappear. Then what do we have left? I think we've stopped valuing human relationships and contact with someone, just talking to someone in person.
And I think that's because what's happened now is, with social media, it's so easy for so many anonymous people to have a view on your life.
Exactly.
They either like your dress, or they like your makeup, or they disagree with your philosophy or what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
But those same people, you start believing that they are your friends.
Yeah.
And that's the dangerous part, because when you need someone, when
Yeah.
something actually happens to you,
Happens.
where you're emotionally uncomfortable, where are those friends? They
Yeah,
aren't there.
yeah.
So I feel we have to go back to human contact. I mean, like today, on my way from Ananya's van to here, I hugged 6 people, and that was the highlight of my day.
Yeah.
And I feel we have to touch each other more, we have to feel each other more, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And people have stopped doing that.
Yeah,
Like
and
a heart doesn't replace real love.
Exactly. And it's so scary because you don't even know if those people are real or just like robots. Like so
Yeah,
many people are like
exactly.
catfishing people out there.
No, and also what their actual mental state is.
Yeah. And I feel like there's just a lot of negativity in general on social media because it's such an easy way to reach to people. You know what you're going to say is directly going to be read by someone, and you're going to affect them immediately. Like it's such an immediate response that you get.
I think it also affects our emotional quotient, right?
Sure.
Like, you put something up and then for the next 10 minutes you're a bit emotional. Will people like it? Will they diss it? Will they judge you?
And then
for
if you
it?
don't get enough likes, you
Yeah.
go and delete the picture, and then
don't
you
do any
post
such
it.
thing.
So many people do that. If you say you don't do that, then you're lying.
I swear I don't. I only delete something if I feel it might be controversial. But in fact, I've become such a scaredy cat
Yeah.
that I just put up happy things. And
No.
like I
Yeah.
was saying to you,
Yeah.
I really feel that, there's a oneness. Like we're all wanting to be more positive.
Yeah.
I mean, the comments I've been getting, the love I've been getting, and I've been seeing other people, including yourself, getting that. So I think we're on the cusp of something special.
Yeah.
And I think all of us together, if we can pledge to like give people more time, spread positivity, on social media, don't you think that would like...
No, I think it's the easiest thing to do. Just like leave one nice comment on someone's picture. Like, don't you all get excited when you go to the bathroom and when you're out at night and you're partying and you go to the bathroom and that one girl comes to you in the bathroom and she's like, I love your shoes. Like, doesn't that make you so happy? So just do that. Just say one nice thing to someone. I promise it'll make your day so much better and it'll make their day so much better. So just even one nice thing can actually change someone's day, mood,
Absolutely.
life. No one is valuing positivity and kindness. You know, it's very underrated. Just say one nice thing. I promise you'll feel so much lighter.
So do you, I mean, you know, you're an actor and
Yeah.
you're out there, you're, you know, dressed up every day. You're being judged for everything you do. Whether it's your beauty look, whether it's you hanging out today at Lakme Fashion Week,
Yeah.
you're going to be judged.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I think, okay, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm this perfect person who doesn't get affected or doesn't get bogged down. Like, I've had days where I read like one sad comment and then I just lock my room and I start crying and I'm like, I wanna delete Instagram and I don't wanna do this anymore. But then I think I just, you know, keep my phone away for an hour and I just sit with my family and I sit with my friends and I sit with people who actually care, who actually are looking out for me, and I swear that makes everything better. Like, you know, just talking to someone, just letting your feelings out, just having a normal conversation with someone can just make you feel so much better. Just put it away for like an hour and I promise you'll feel so much better. But I also feel like it's okay to feel what you're feeling. You know, don't put so much pressure on trying to be happy all the time. You know, if you're feeling something, just feel it. Just feel it, just go through it. If you're sad, if you're angry, just let it out and you'll just grow from there. You know, you'll learn from every experience that you go through, because I feel like people are too hard on themselves. Because they see someone's life on Instagram and that person's happy and that person's traveling and that person, someone's in a relationship, and you're like, why is my life not like that? And I want that. But I promise everyone has a battle that they're fighting. You know, no one posts their failures on Instagram. Everyone just posts the good parts of their life. So don't base reality on what you see on Instagram. You know, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be a mess. I promise I'm a mess most of the time, but just go through it and you'll grow through it, I promise.
And again, it comes back to the same thing we were saying earlier, right? We were saying there's all these anonymous people passing comments. So why suddenly is it important to you? It's the same people who are faceless, nameless. We don't even know if that image is them.
Yeah.
And they're free to judge you positively and negatively.
Yeah.
So when you get happy with the positivity, I think that same part of your brain needs to be activated to say the negativity is nothing.
Yeah.
Let it go.
And I feel like these people, they're not going to ever come up to you in person and actually say those
Exactly.
things. You know, I feel like the trolls and all those negative people, they're probably going through something in their lives as well. They've probably never felt that love. They have that void somewhere. And I feel like if you give love back to them, you'll probably be filling that void and you'll probably make a troll a nicer, more positive person. So I never feel like you should give hate back to hate. You should always reply with love, and it fixes a lot of things. Yeah.
So who's your digital escape? Like, who do you stalk on Instagram?
Everyone. I stalk everyone on Instagram. Everyone stalks everyone on Instagram.
What's your guilty pleasure?
What's my guilty
Yeah.
pleasure? Seeing people's stories.
Yeah.
I love it. And then I don't see the last one. You know, I'm like, oh, I lost interest in the middle. That's
Yeah.
like my.
Like, that's one too many vacay pictures.
Yeah.
So do you feel like let's talk about the positive side of social media.
Okay.
You know, I mean, we know that cyberbullying is a horrible thing, and basically cyberbullying, what we refer to as cyberbullying, is any kind of bullying, any kind of negativity, any kind of critique that is not required on a digital medium. But like she said, no one really comes to you personally and says those same things. Now, of course, I've completely lost track of my mind and what I was going to ask you next. But what was it?
Ask me anything.
I'll ask you. So, like, do you feel like you need to put in an extra effort because you are in the public eye?
No, for sure. I think I used to feel that way. I think I used to feel like I need to look a certain way, act a certain way, present myself a certain way. But I think I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by people who are letting me be myself. And I think that's the best advice anyone could have given me, is just be myself. And I think someone who I really look up to for that is Karan Johar, because he's so unabashedly himself. He's so comfortable comfortable in his skin, and I think that's so motivating, to see someone who's so happy and so free, and I want to be like that, and I think I'm trying a little bit every day to just be
I think
as
he's an
myself.
amazing role model.
Yeah.
Whether it's his fashion,
Yeah.
whether it's his passion, he
everything,
wears it just
But I think just
unabashedly.
be yourself. It's really not it's the easiest thing in the world to do is just be yourself. The more you love yourself, I feel like the more people around you will love you. But that doesn't matter because you don't need validation from people around you. I think all that matters is you loving you. Self-love is the way to go.
Absolutely, in a productive way.
Yeah.
But tell me, if you could steal someone's Instagram life, who would it be?
Ooh.
And I say Instagram life. Social.
Right now, I'd like to steal Deepika's because she's on a holiday with Ranveer.
Only
Who
with
wouldn't
him.
want that?
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
Deepika's,
right. And do you guys have any suggestions of how we could all be more positive? Anyone?
Ori.
Yes,
No?
Ori.
That's
True, you are. So
gold
give us
star
some
for
words
you.
of advice.
Smile.
It's on our list.
Yeah.
So we actually made a list of
Of
how
things,
we
yeah.
feel everybody can be more positive. But I was hoping you guys would be a little more interactive. But smile. Let's start with smile. Can you stand up and smile to the audience, please? Everybody smile back.
Everyone smile.
Okay? It's something I learned, and as you go older, you're very young, you will realize that you do not remember most people. But a warm smile is the best thing you can do to anyone. Even someone you don't know, you don't know what someone's going through. So it's just the warmest way to greet someone.
I think
mean, hug is the
strangers
other way.
smiling, the strangers who pass by and
Absolutely.
smile are
Yeah.
like the
Absolutely.
best kind of people.
And I think the energy here is very positive.
Yeah, everyone's
Everyone's
smiling. You're a
happy.
little quiet, but you're all smiling, and I like that.
Too quiet. Come on, more suggestions.
A thank you note. Yes. You should always be grateful for everything that's happening in your life. And I actually believe when you wake up in the morning, you should say one thing that you're grateful for. That's it could be anything. It could be eating something for breakfast or meeting someone in that day. And then you should go to sleep with saying one thing good that happened in your day. And I feel like if nothing good has happened in your day, at least try to make something good happen in someone else's life, and that can be your good moment
Exactly.
as well.
Do something good,
for
someone.
someone.
You don't have to be known for it. Nobody
Yeah.
needs to know. It could be an anonymous act of kindness,
Kindness.
a random act of kindness. So I think if we all become warriors of positivity
Yeah.
and spread that message, we can spread it much more. Any
Yeah.
other suggestions? Come on.
Come on, don't be
Nahid?
shy.
Be kind.
Be complimentary,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Say something good about
Good,
someone,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I mean, what people are saying, you don't always have to be like a smartass and say something rude or cheeky.
Yeah.
You can be nice.
And I honestly feel like if you want to help someone, there's a way to give constructive criticism. Like, I'm not saying that, don't, if you want to help someone, there's really a way that you can be constructive about it. You don't need to be a bully about it, and you don't need to be rude about it. I feel like the way you say something is so important.
Exactly. Change the way you speak.
Change
you
the
know,
way-
like,
yeah.
say things more positive. Like,
Yeah.
rather saying, oh, I don't like what you do, tell someone what you like about them, right? And I think, we are actually the fashion industry, and I have to say this, we are the most inclusive and diverse industry
Yeah.
that we know. And we're very privileged to be a part of it. And I feel we should use that good energy. I mean, Lakme Fashion Week has done this repeatedly. It has always pushed the boundaries. And I feel we all need to be ambassadors of change, right?
Yeah.
Because if we don't make that change, it's not going to happen. And now's the time.
So I have a question for
Yes.
you.
Oh dear.
So whenever some troll or something says, "Oh, I don't like what you made this person wear," do you actually reflect on what you did and change that?
So first, my initial reaction is anger. And then I feel I should say something back because they're not understood. Then I reflect on it and I don't respond because I don't want to start a conversation.
Yeah.
But I think I do that because I feel they didn't get the point. I never think they're right. So I always feel I knew what I was doing and I knew the reason why I was doing it. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is when people make personal comments on someone I've styled, and I find it so distasteful, like on someone's size or their expression, and I just feel like, let's all hold a mirror to ourselves. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
None of us are.
And you shouldn't be, please don't be perfect. Being perfect,
Perfect is
so
boring.
It's really boring.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, just do some musty and just live.
And the other thing I have to say, which we so underestimate, because we've become such city rats, right? Like we're either at a mall or we're in an air-conditioned restaurant. We're never outdoors. Don't you feel there's something amazing about being under the sky?
So I would really urge people to spend more time outdoors. Like go out there, you know, like on your weekend, make that effort. Don't just binge watch. I mean, you know, do that one day and the next day. Like we were just making serious plans for our next shoot schedule to go diving with the whales and like skydiving.
There's so much to do in this world. We're so stuck in our phones and in this virtual world, but there's so much out there. There's so many people to meet, so many conversations to have, so many cakes to eat. So just go do it, you know, just like step out of your phone and just live your life.
And then we were talking about music. So what music helps you get into the mood?
I don't think anyone wants to know. It's all Hindi, Bollywood jams like Aankh Mare or hookup songs.
Your own songs
Own
also.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whatever music makes you fly. I think music is the best
Yeah,
therapy.
absolutely.
It can just bring a smile on anyone's face. So music helps, food helps, spending time with my loved ones helps, spending time with my dogs helps.
A good blow dry.
A good blow dry
Isn't that
helps,
like
yeah.
a lifter women,
Yeah.
ladies? Don't
Yeah.
you feel that?
Yeah. Nice.
The minute you do your hair, you just feel
And nails. There's something about doing your hair and nails. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Okay. And what else? You know, sharing. I think we've all been taught, like, if you have a problem, deal with it. If you have a problem, I mean, I hate saying this, but man up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
We are all human and we all have
Yeah.
emotions, and I think that's when our friends come in, right? When we say, like, you know, friends are the family you choose, and I believe that so strongly.
Yeah.
You know, you should
Definitely
have to
let it
realize,
out.
share,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Share your issues.
Yeah, you should talk to people because I feel like the more you keep in, the more negative you become. I think a good way to release your stress and is just to talk it out. And you know, I think when you're young, you feel like your parents don't understand and you feel like they're not there for you and they're from another generation. But I promise they understand. Just try to explain it to
Definitely
them.
not your parents.
No, okay, not my parents. But
They're
I
younger
know
than
all
us.
parents are the same. You know, they love you and they're the only
Yeah.
people who are going to actually look out for you unconditionally. And you might fight with them and you might feel like they're not on your side, but they're the only people on your side. Trust me, when you're down and no one is on your side, only your parents are there for you. So just talk to them, talk to a teacher, talk to a friend, and just let it out. Whoever it has to be, do just no one on your phone, but in person, just let it out. Yeah.
So, I mean, tell me, how do you deal with, like, you know, because you're so in the public eye when relationships happen and when relationships break. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? I think it's very important for people to know that everything that's on social media is permanent.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how do you deal with that pressure?
I don't really take pressure. I think I
Okay.
realize that I'm young and I'll make mistakes in my life, and it's okay as long as I own up to those mistakes. Like, I'm not a very private person. I'm a khuli kitab. Like, I'll sit here for 5 more minutes and you already know everything about my life. Or you will vouch for that. But yeah, so I'm not a very private person. So I think the most important thing for me is just to own up to something. Like, I've made so many mistakes already, very, very publicly. Everyone has seen me say a lot of things and just
Like, I remember when we were doing Coffee with Karan, the first thing you said was, I'm just like nepotism.
yeah, I acknowledge it. I own up to it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shy away from something. I'll be the first person to say that I'm privileged. So I think you just need to own up to it and you just need to stand by what you say and your decisions. And
But I have to say that I think it's an amazing thing that you've taken a stand on what you have. No, genuinely. You know, I think we take these issues very lightly. And for you, you could have been a young actress who didn't need to have an opinion. I think it's really remarkable that you chose to stand up against cyberbullying. I'm sure at some point there was a fear that it would backfire and
it
more
has.
people.
It has.
Okay,
I feel
it
like
has.
after starting so positive, I've gotten so much more hate than I used to get before. But I feel like I'm just happy because I feel like somewhere out there I've at least stopped one person from saying something negative, and that's my mission accomplished, you know. And I feel like for me the whole point of this was just to speak about it, to, you know, create awareness and just take that first step, because I feel like no one was taking that step, and I was like, why am I complaining that no one's taking that step? I should do something about it, right?
Absolutely.
And that's why I wanted to start the conversation mainly because
But
I
why
think
don't you tell us a little more about the initiative?
so it's a digital social responsibility and it's only on Instagram right now, but we basically have a handbook where they tell you how you can deal with certain situations, and we always have people that you can talk to, and we have numbers of hotlines, etc., where you can contact people, and it's just a safe, positive place where people can come and speak their mind and talk about their problems, and you'll get an answer back. So I think it's just a community of
I
positivity.
mean, I have to say, I learned a lot. Like, while I was researching for this talk, I
Yeah.
read all the little cute caption boxes you have. And it never struck me earlier that we actually had a way to stop cyberbullying,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, at some level, it's also criminal.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important that we know what our rights are.
Yeah.
and we also know that there's a community out there that's going to help us.
Yeah.
And I think we have to give her a big round of applause for starting this. That's not big. Raucous.
It's okay. Feel it in their heart.
Okay, we're going to throw the questions open to the audience. If anyone, is there a mic going
Oh,
around?
hey. Oh, I love her.
Wait. Someone handing a mic. Just come here. But let's get a mic going, please. Let me warn you, no film questions, relevant questions.
Okay, so as I spoke to you,
Yes.
as an advocate, I do get a lot of questions. I'm not a professional,
Yeah.
but I do tend to have like a lot of people. You know, there are cases where people get so bullied that they do have suicidal tendencies. And I'm associated with an organization called the Warna's Foundation. So I'm a part of their team. Their listeners will speak to them. So I want to know that if somebody comes and approaches you that they've been bullied so bad that they really want to kill themselves.
Yeah.
What would you tell them, like words of encouragement?
So I'm not a professional in this, as you said, even you aren't. So I don't know to what capacity I would be able to help them. But I think I'll definitely be a ear for them to listen, like a shoulder for them to cry on, or a ear that I'll listen to their problems, because I feel at that time they don't want to listen to you. They just want to let whatever they have out, and they want to speak their mind. They just want to be heard at that point. And I feel like when they're talking out loud, they kind of make that decision, in their head, and they probably not go with whatever step they were thinking of going. But I would probably try to get professional help, because I'm not a professional and I don't want to intervene in a step in that way. But I would definitely listen, and I wouldn't judge them for the decision that they're making. I would just listen, and hopefully that'll help. Yeah.
Do you have like a team or something?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. So, because it's not possible for me to physically be there and reply to everyone at all points of time, but there's someone 24/7 on the page ready to respond. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks. So basically, I think it's more like you are the conduit to
Yeah.
other people, right?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Anyone else have a question? Yes. If you have a loud voice, speak. Come and take my mic.
I like this person.
Yeah, hi. So I was scrolling down through your page on
Okay.
Instagram. I can actually connect to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a singer, and
Nice.
I exclusively wrote a song for So Positive.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, can you sing it?
Yeah.
Don't
Can I
make
play
me
it?
sing it,
Can I
but
play
you can
it?
sing it. Yes, please. You can sing it live. Oh, you can mouse.
क्या गाना भी छापे क्या कट करना
Can you sing the chorus live, please? Yeah.
They say you're a loser. They say you're too thin. They say you are black, you have an ugly skin. They make trolls on your face. They make comments on race. They make fake profiles and use your name. But I don't want you to care of the hate they always spread. And I just want you to say with me, you'll always be so positive.
Nice. Can I give you a hug?
So
I think you're
positive.
amazing. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. That was very nice. How do I buy rights for this album? Okay. No. I want you to have like the rights to it. Thank you. No, I will use you with it, like on the page somehow.
That's
Not in that, like-
amazing. Thank you.
Thank
Anyone
you
else?
so much. Thank you.
Has anyone created a look since it's Fashion Week? So positive. She has a cute tea. Any other questions?
Oh, why do you think positivity comes into the fashion industry?
Well, I think the fashion industry actually is a very positive industry. I mean, of course, we have had our negative, what would I say, not impact, but things have been said in a negative way. But I think it's actually the most inclusive industry. I feel everybody feels loved, creativity flows. And I think now more than ever, we are in such a strong space of feeling oneness, you know, and I think it's all about inclusivity. And I think we've always spread the message of diversity, always. I mean, Vicky's here with us, he's the star of that. And I think, yeah, I think it's a good place to be. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And also, when you look at design, like fashion design, it's so diverse that there's something for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, look at us, all of us here. We're all so differently dressed, but we're all so happy, right? Spreading
that.
positivity.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Any songs, any dances?
Nobody has a question? It's very rare that you get her. Yeah, come.
Hi Ananya. What was that final moment, like that moment where you must have been feeling certain way, thinking about certain things, but what was that final moment where you thought, yeah, I should do something about it, and you thought of starting?
So I remember when this college admission thing happened, when people said that I lied about it. I remember it was 2 days after Student of the Year released, and I was the happiest person in the world because my film had just come out and I was getting so much love and I was feeling so grateful and blessed. And then 2 days later, this fiasco happened, and I was like, why is this happening now? Like, why is it happening to me? Like, I didn't know who these people were. I was like, why are they targeting me? What have I done to them? I actually reflected and went back to school. Did I ever say anything to anyone? And I couldn't think of anything. And so that was the time when I remember I had a shoot the next day and I was like, cancel it and I don't want to go and I'm so upset and all that stuff. And then I just cried and cried and cried and I was just really upset. And then I let it all out, and then I spoke to my mom and she was like, but you're not the only person this is happening to. This is happening to so many people out there in the world and you should do something about it. You have the platform to do something about it. You're an actor. People are going to listen to you. If you have a voice, use it well. And I think that's the time I decided that I wanted to do something about it. Yeah. Thank you.
How are we on time? Nobody's telling me.
We're okay on time.
Talk forever like a night. Talk a lot.
Guys,
Yeah.
Ask us some more questions, otherwise we're going to have personal conversations.
I'm sure they want to hear that.
You're both fabulous.
Thank you.
I'm a big believer in deleting negative comments, and you were saying I love that you don't really engage if people are super negative. But where I work, they don't believe in, they leave the comments, like on the paper magazine post, but I just feel like it's best to kind of squash out that negativity, and
Yeah.
someone can come and say, why did you put that person on the cover, or why did you, and I'm happy to engage, but if they come in a very hateful, negative way. So what do you guys think about like deleting comments?
I have to admit, I delete negative comments when I feel they're hurting the person that I've written about. If they say my work is shit, I delete it. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's your opinion, buddy. And I feel like if I delete it, they'll think I'm so vain that I couldn't bear for someone to say something bad about my work, right?
Yeah.
But I feel very sensitive to the people I work with because, as you know, and the people you work with become an extension of your family, of your life. And I don't like anyone saying anything negative. So just like you, I delete something that's mean or hurtful about someone. But having said that, we keep saying it's free speech. So I'm always torn between the two. Like, should I just leave it? I don't know.
I leave it for
Okay.
sure, because I think if I delete one negative comment, 10 others will pop up and I can't physically go and stop people from speaking. And I feel like just giving love back. Sometimes I'll reply to a hate comment with a heart. Yeah. And they're shocked. They're like, so I think, I don't think it's but I genuinely believe whatever floats your boat. If it makes you happy to delete the comment, please do that. And that's what So Positive says. It gives you ways and what all you can do, different ways, and it's your decision, whatever makes you happy. Honestly, whatever makes you happy. I personally don't think it's possible to delete all the comments.
You
But
also have 1,000 more comments than us. So
yeah. No, I don't know. No. But I genuinely, like, maybe I would at one point be deleting comments if it's too, like, if it's about my family, I get very upset. If I read something about my dad or my younger sister, I'll get very upset. And when it's about me, I don't care. Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Yeah, so body imaging is one of the major issues. So I wanted to know what are your views on body imaging issues.
Listen, I've been made fun of my entire life for being too thin, and people used to call me toothpick in school and used to make fun of the, like, I was so insecure about, because we used to wear skirts to school, like the way that my skirt was. If it was too long, then my legs would look really, really thin, and if it was too short, obviously we weren't allowed to wear short skirts to school. So I've tried everything to try. I would wear track pants. We had a sports uniform, so instead of wearing the skirt, I would always wear the track pants because I was so insecure of how thin I was. And I think after coming into the industry, moreover, because there's so many more people who see me, I get such negative reviews about my body. Like they say I'm like a patient who's run away from the hospital, I look like I have some disease, I'm constantly getting stuff. And then once I put on like 2 kgs and they were like, "Arey, ab moti ho gayi hai." So I was like, whatever I do, they're not going to be happy. So as long as I'm happy with my body, I'm eating healthy, I'm working out, whatever makes me happy. So it takes time to come to terms with it, but I think once you start accepting yourself the way that you are, what anyone says does not matter. Just love yourself. You're the one living in that body for the rest of your life. So as long as you're healthy, that's all that matters. Yeah. No matter how you look.
I have to add to that. You know, very often people ask me in interviews, so, you know, what are your fashion tips for this shape and this size? And I'm like, it doesn't change. It's about how you feel. Like if you want to wear a tight dress, whatever size you are, it's about how you feel and how it makes you feel. So that's the important thing. So if you just love yourself for how you are and you feel good, right, mentally and physically, you're a winner.
The only shape that matters is the heart.
Mine's huge. I just did a cardiogram. It's huge.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, time for 2 more questions. Anyone? Yes. Wait.
What's my favorite fashion?
Flying all the way from Delhi. Be patient.
Hi girls.
Hi.
Amazing. Very
Thank
beautiful,
you.
very bright. What is your, this is not with reference to your conversation,
Okay.
but just in fashion, since we are fashion week, what is your favorite fashion skew? Like, is it a denim, is it a blouse, is it a t-shirt, bathing suit, what is it? Sorry.
Mine's slogan tees actually. I'm always in slogan tees. I always have something funny written. I think everyone knows how silly my captions are on Instagram anyway. So I think the t-shirt version of my captions. And I think a nice pair of jeans. I'm the most comfortable in shorts or jeans. But I think, yeah, I'm just, I give comfort a lot of importance. Yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, just earlier I was telling someone, I said, you know, whatever I'm wearing, I need to feel comfortable. And
Because it shows if you're not. It really
absolutely.
shows.
I
Yeah.
mean, everyone thinks, oh, you work at Vogue, you must dress up every day. Ask these Vogue ladies. We dress so badly to work. It's all about comfort. It's like jeans. For me, it's a ganji or a shirt. Look at them, they're all wearing the same.
Lululemon.
Yeah.
No Lululemon.
Skechers.
I can't name brands, but anything goes. It's only about how it feels on my body, not what the label says.
And I mean, comfort can be different for anyone. Someone can be comfortable in a bodycon dress, but that's your level of comfort. So honestly, whatever flies with you is what's good.
And also, I think fashion has to be used as a mood enhancer, right? It's all about, I feel like on some days you wake up and you want to just be comfortable, and some days, however hard you try, only the blacks in your cupboard will like attract you. It's almost like an inner voice. And I mean, maybe I'm a bit of a victim for emotional dressing, but I feel that happens to me. Don't you feel it?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, like today I was feeling these jeans, the color, pink eyes, blue eyeliner. So yeah, how I feel.
And then she felt like, I don't want to wear my heels anymore, and she knocked them off.
Yeah, I'm getting a cramp.
Oh dear, okay, these chairs. Sorry, sponsor of the chairs, they're very
Love these chairs.
Okay,
They've
one
kept you
last
awake.
question. Oh, they've kept me on my toes. It's like a leg workout. One last question. Anyone? Yes, sir.
Hi Ananya,
Hi.
you are really very cute.
Hi,
Thank you. Anita's even cuter.
Polite
You are
also.
also-
When you're being positive, say hello to both of us. That's
Sorry.
really nice.
So my question is that you have been working with many of the celebrities, right?
Yeah.
So what was your favorite movies part, like the scene which you are not gonna forget?
Oh, that's a nice question. I'll just answer it. I think my favorite character will always be Shreya from Student of the Year because it was my first one. And my most memorable scene was the scene in the film where my dad slaps me. Because I don't have that sort of relationship with my father, so it was very hard for me to be in a position like that, and I really feel like I had to completely detach from myself to feel that emotion. And yeah, that was a really hard scene to do as well, and I really loved and valued my father even more after that. So I
What
think,
is there not to love about you?
I mean, yeah, my father's amazing. But he's the most positive person in the world, actually. I think I've got all that love and positivity and kindness from him, and all that laughter. Like, he's always joking and he's always
the
laughing.
warmest person.
Yeah.
Can I
He
just
actually
yeah.
tell you that I've met your father on a couple of occasions. He doesn't know who I am. Most people here don't know who I am.
We
But
know who
whenever,
you are.
Yeah.
Whenever we enter, we got into a lift and then, like, you hold that and there's a please and there's a thank you.
Yeah.
So guys, that's pretty much what we
Yeah,
should take
yeah,
away from
yes.
this. Let's try and say good afternoon, good evening
thank
to
you,
everyone.
yes.
Smile,
Yes.
please, thank you. Let's start here.
Yes.
What do you guys say? At Fashion Week, Nikita, can we make sure that we put this up? And we get everyone to wish each other, greet each other every morning, every afternoon, every evening.
Yes,
Is that a-
done. I
Can
love
we
that.
do that?
And look
Yeah.
into each other's
Yeah,
eyes.
you know, all right.
Yes, that's a good note to end it
Note
on.
to end.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much for coming. Please keep smiling and being nice to people, and I promise your life will be even better than it already is. Thank you.